Hello guys, in this guide I will be showing how to defeat the Lago, and I will be showing all the possible patterns that you can get and how to get through them. Well, basically there are three main patterns that you can get. The first one is a no dive, which is the best RNG because as it says, the Lago doesn't dive during the fight. And then it comes the late dive. Here the Lago goes underwater in the middle of the fight and loses about 8 seconds, I believe. And then the early dive, which is the worst RNG pattern, where the Lago dives very early on the fight and loses about 15 to 18 seconds, I believe. So, first of all, the beginning of the fight is the same for all the patterns because the Lago main patterns start to happen after the fifth harpoon shot. So let's explain the first five shots and then I will break down the fight for all the patterns that you can get. Okay, so as soon as you gain control of the boat, throw one harpoon aiming down and then start holding right until the tip of the boat is out of the screen. Then after that, aim again and do two more shots. Okay, so now for the fourth shot, there are different outcomes you can get, which are normal dive and slow dives. The most common are normal dives, where the Lago dives for a second and then tries to hit you when coming back to the surface. And it looks like this, it's just normal speed. Slow dives, on the other hand, they look like these, but we will cover them in a moment. So for the normal dive, what you have to do is to tilt the boat slightly to the right and then to the left. Aim at the Lago and hit him during the bite attack. Then keep holding left until you see the rope do this wiggle animation. Then aim again and do the fifth shot. Then after you do this fifth shot, what you have to do is to dodge the log. But you want to do it with stutters. You want to barely dodge the log in order to keep a good boat movement and not get staggered later. Now, let's go back to the fourth harpoon. In case you get a slow dive, you can either get a left or right pattern. For these, you will notice which side you're getting because the camera itself will focus the side either left or right. It's very easy to tell. Okay, so let's do the left pattern first. For this one, do not move the boat at all. Just keep aiming and do the fourth shot while he tries to eat you. And then keep aiming. Do not move or touch any direction key. And then land the fifth shot. Then after that, you can dodge the log by either doing stutters or going fully to the right. It depends on how close you're from crashing. The right pattern. This one is a little more tricky. So if you see the camera point to the right, keep aiming and shoot just like the previous pattern. Then you will get staggered and your boat will start moving weird. Just hold right for a few seconds until you see your boats going to the right. Then do the fifth shot and keep holding right in order to dodge the log. Okay, so that was the first part of the fight. And now let's see if we get either a no dive, late dive, or an early dive. Okay, so let's continue explaining the fight with the no dive pattern. Okay, so once you dodge the log, keep going fully to the right, and I mean, hold right until the Lago comes back to the surface. If you did right, you will be able to land two more harpoons without getting staggered. But if you get staggered, it was because of either bad movement or because you aimed the harpoon a little too early. Here, just keep throwing harpoons and dodge the Lago whenever he tries to hit you. Just like the fourth harpoon that we saw previously, like by tilting the boat or like keep aiming in case he does a slow dive, just like we saw already. And boom, this is a no dive, just Keep shooting harpoons and dodge the Lago. That's basically it. Okay, so this is a late dive pattern. The start of the fight is practically the same for all the patterns. Like here, just aim down, shoot, hold right until the tip of the boat is out of the screen, do two more shots, and then tilt the boat, dodge the Lago, hit him. In this case, keep holding left until the wiggle animation, shoot the harpoon, dodge the log, keep holding right, and when he's about to come up to the surface, just throw two more harpoons, just like that. Keep shooting, but then he will dive right here. And now he's two shots away from dying. He can just come up to the surface from this side or from behind me. Just time your shots and he will die within two shots. If you didn't miss any shots, of course. And this is the early dive pattern. There's two type of early dives, so I will explain them in this video. Uh, so the first part is the same, just like we saw already. Keep holding left here until the wiggle animation, hit the fifth shot, and dodge the log. But now he will dive right here. And okay, so the Lago can appear from either the log side, this side, or behind me. In this case, it was behind me. This is the easiest early dive pattern because the other one is a little trickier. So just keep shooting harpoons. You can shoot four harpoons if you are fast enough, and you just keep shooting harpoons until he dies, just like we saw before, like by dodging the Lago, depending on how he dives, until he dies, like this. Okay, so this is the second type of early dive. He will dive right here. But the difference is that he will appear from this side. So try to shoot at least 3 times. If you can land a fourth shot, that would be great, but if not, it's not a big deal. Then keep aiming and shoot him again. Dodge the Lago, depending on how he dives. Shoot again. Now keep aiming down and shoot like this. If you miss a harpoon just like that, just keep aiming until the very last second and he will die. And that's the Lago basically.